Hello and welcome to LSJ News. The UK is set to launch its first mission to the moon later this year. And in July, the UK space robotics company Spacebit planned to launch their four-legged walking rover to test how it moves about on the lunar surface. And this is all in preparation for future missions, where the company plans to explore underground lava tubes to investigate the moon's history. And reporter Alex Hornby joins us now. And Alex, can you tell us a bit more about this rover?
Yes, I can, Chris. So normally, as we've seen in the past, we've seen rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance that have, say, gone up to Mars, and they tend to use wheels to get around. The problem with that is, while they can move quite fast, quite far, if they come across an obstacle, say like a rock or a stone, they tend to be stopped. But with this new rover, because it's using legs, it can move over these obstacles quite a bit more easily with a bit more versatility. And that's exactly what Asagumo, which is the new rover's name, is for. It's for that versatility.
It's going to be a first step for a robot in our world, in a way. So in the past, we used to drive, and obviously humans were on the moon and did the first step. And now it's time for a robot to make a first step as well, which is very interesting also from the historical perspective.
And the goal is to eventually explore these lunar lava tubes. And why is that so important?
Yeah, so Chris, the goal of space exploration in general is this idea that we'll eventually start living out there. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. But there's a lot of logistical problems with that. For example, there is the issue of radiation. There's the issue of oxygen. It's hard to make one's home on another planet because we have these things like on Earth, which we don't think about, like the ozone, which stops all of this radiation coming in. But these tubes on the moon actually provide this great base for a pre-built house, as it were. All you need to do is put a door on. The rock will provide shielding from the radiation, and if you've got the door on, you can seal it for oxygen, and it fixes so many other problems and just saves a lot of money.
But I suppose it depends on what you envision living on the moon or another planet would look like, because in reality, okay, you could do it in a few decades, but it's not going to be something like you'd see on science fiction, all these fantastic, nicely laid out domes or whatever. It's more likely to be kind of an underground cave or a fairly simple structure. So it wouldn't be very kind of exotic in that way, but the idea as a whole is reasonably feasible.
And this is a big step forward in terms of space exploration. So how long until we see people living on the moon?
Well, the consensus tends to be, from the people I've spoken to, about 10 to 20 years, so really not that far off into the future. As there's lots of companies working together on this, like NASA, you've got Spacebit, and a few other alliances around the globe talking about it. As I've said, July's mission is only the test for this kind of thing. We're going to see more done with the lava tubes and with the Asagumo drone in future years. And really, it could only be a matter of time, Chris, until we're doing this interview, well, across space.
I can't wait for the rehearsal for something like that as well. Thanks very much. That's a reporter there, Alex Hornby.